Yes.
Doing her thing though.
She's just doing a thing.
doing her
If
thing,
you
though.
are just tuning in, this right here is Radio 254, and you're tuned into the biggest, the baddest, the freshest show across East and Central Africa. This is the Quorum Show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You know what we always say? Once you go Quorum,
You don't come back.
You can't come back
And
from
I'm
this
your
one.
boy Abu and Mr. Sam Muthondi. And you already know what we gonna do to keep it real here at the Quorum.
Yeah,
Tunajua energy tumeanza nayo ni high.
By the way, my name is Teddy Trivod Peter. We are your hosts.
together with Biko, and of course, in a few, we'll be introducing
Our guest for the day.
This is a legend.
Oh, if you're streaming us on Twitch, unatuona
General.
tumepatia a preview of what's happening, but we have one of the legendary media personalities here in the building.
This one.
This one.
is not just a media personality.
Oosh.
A creative. Sema a creative.
A
an
creative.
influencer.
A conversation curator.
powerful woman, a
A
powerful
businessman,
mother.
a divine feminine energy in the
Actor,
building.
model,
Oh my.
You can also find us on her Instagram live, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah?
Wacha nikwambie, she needs no intro kwa sababu we already know her.
We do.
Just tell them.
We already know her.
She raised us.
Mutesia.
She raised us.
For Motesia's sake. For Motesia's sake, ladies and gentlemen, we have in studio Pinky Ghelani.
Whoa.
Hold my happiness, manze. I am too excited, Yani.
I'm humbled. I
But
keep
you know,
being
old,
humbled.
you looking good. Like 20 years later after I saw you on TV.
Yeah.
You look the same. What's your secret?
You
When
know,
you're
I
young.
always say when a black person asks me that, they
Yes.
can't because black don't crack.
Yes, we
So
don't.
you guys hold the secrets. We're just following suit. We're just a few shades lighter and we're following suit.
So, like, we want to know, you have met so many people on, you have met Richard Branson, Michael Jackson,
All the
Wow.
greats. All the greats.
MJ, I'm
Eliud
jealous. I'm just
Kipchoge.
jealous.
Yeah, and you have met me,
I've now met you guys.
and you've met us guys.
Yeah.
So, like, how has that helped you? That character helped you interact with all these people and push your agenda or something? How has this helped you?
So you're asking me like how, who I
The
am?
character of open-endedness,
Yeah.
has played a part in this.
Open-mindedness?
Yes,
Okay.
by being accommodative of everyone and
I just feel I've been in spaces where I've been lucky enough to meet these people, but also, you know, it comes with a sense of confidence to approach someone and be like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, and you're either shut down or ignored or
Sure.
somebody takes
Most
a
of the
selfie with you. When I met Michael Jackson, they introduced me. They're like, this is Pinky Ghelani from Kenya, and he didn't hear, so he's like, this is Miss Piggy. And I was like, no, my name is
but
not
call me Miss Piggy.
But it was really interesting. And, you know, like, that was, I had to take a picture with him because I was like, nobody will believe this.
True.
Please. So he was like, okay. And my camera was at his security at the gate. I
Yeah.
had to come and go. And, you know, in those days, it wasn't cameras like what we have today. It was a digital camera. Yeah, and a bigger one. So.
Yeah.
But I think in any situation, in any circumstance, how you present yourself, and it's also trying not to judge another person and just accepting everybody for who they are. So if somebody as wealthy as Richard Branson is in a room with you,
Wow.
it doesn't mean you're any less.
It
Also.
means you're in the room
It's
with
yeah.
with him.
Yeah, and you also deserve to be there because a lot of
True.
the times we question whether we should be there.
True, the inferiority complex. Oh,
And
that's what we
imposter
call it,
syndrome.
imposter syndrome. Sure.
Pinky, you're really into mental health.
Yes.
And we were discussing basically giving thanks to yourself. Yeah. So I want to know, what are those things that you do to just appreciate you? You know, to say thank you to, hey, I've done a lot as Pinky and I really just need to say thank you to me. So what is it that you do to appreciate yourself?
I try not to do it from an ego standpoint because, you know, there's a very
Oh,
fine
yeah.
line where you can be like,
I achieved, I did this. Pat my back.
yeah. So I always, you know, in the same regard where we say we are vessels for our children, I believe I am a vessel from something higher than myself. So I'm always grateful that I'm able to pass on a message to whoever is ready to listen. So that's where I take it from. Like, thank you for allowing me to, be able to speak clearly, and for this message to reach the right people. And thank you for using me as a channel.
So when you're sharing, with other people, when you're giving your talks, that's when you feel most complete. That's when
That's when I'm alive.
That's when the beast awakens.
Yes.
I feel the same when the mic is just right here with me.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it's just, I'm alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you miss this?
I do.
Really?
Yeah,
We
I
can give you a job right now. You can start the next
Done.
show.
We could host a show with you.
There's
we could
no problem. I'm here.
You here?
I'm here.
We'll make arrangements because
definitely.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
so you're so much into spirituality, self growth, and finding yourself and your journey. I want to ask a light question. What sun sign are you?
I'm an Aquarian.
Hey, that's why you're a rebel.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't figure that.
I
Well,
didn't
I'm an-
think that you guys would be into astrology, though.
I am. They are not.
Okay. It is. Okay.
They call me
so
weird.
much, and I'm like,
You're floating.
They call me weird.
It's like,
I'm like, you are who you are, regardless of your star signs. But yeah,
I'm an Aries, and you can call me an Arian.
yeah.
Like your boy. See, yeah.
okay.
So I'm an Aries. So are you into astrology?
Yes, absolutely.
What did your horoscope say today?
Okay, I don't know. I don't go into that much because I remember at one point when I was younger, I used to read my
Horoscope every day.
in the newspaper. Do you guys know what newspaper?
Yeah. What? Ouch.
Ouch.
It used to be
Wow.
Kenya Times, Nation, Standard. Anyway, so I used to read my horoscope daily.
Yes.
I don't do that anymore. So I don't go by what my star sign or my sun sign or whatever it says.
Yeah.
I don't. But I believe that there is a
Some
connection. There
connection.
is something around the planets and the time that you were born that does impact your life.
True.
Yeah.
And let me ask this. People, excuse.
No problem.
People, there are these people when they're like, I'll get to know your star sign or your sun sign or your ascendant sign,
Yeah.
and then we can figure out how compatible we are. Is that a viable place to look for information
I mean,
in astrology?
Look, this is a very ancient Hindu way
Yes.
of people also doing research on whether you're compatible to get married.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a Hindu way of.
Yes,
Wow.
so you go, like, if you're dating someone or if
That's why
you're-
these people are getting into the wrong relationships. You don't have the information,
Help
but
us,
I'm the
please.
information.
Help us.
play ahead of the
Traditional
game.
Indian.
Okay, what's your sun sign, star sign, what time were you born, and all that, and then go and speak to a professional and be like, is this person compatible?
What
But no,
sign is
seriously.
Raj?
He's a Cancerian.
I don't think that should work now.
It does.
Take someone out on a date, get to know them, sit down,
But
have a
then you
drink and
see
talk.
also
The compatibility.
The compatibility.
And wasting a lot of
What do you
time.
mean compatibility?
You'll waste a lot of time
When
like
you talk
going
of
out with.
compatibility, it should be your personality.
But then where does your
Yes.
personality come from?
That's a sign.
It's a combination of your
They won't
environment,
understand.
Uh-huh.
I've tried this a million
It has
times.
nothing to
Where
do
you
with
are
the
born.
sign. It has nothing to do with the sign. It's
It
just
does.
your
No.
environment, what you've been
The
exposed
time,
to.
the place, and the month, the day, even
Yes.
that you were born. All these impact your
Your-
personality
True.
going forward.
So me, I was born at lunchtime. That's why I'm
Always-
Always hungry.
Yeah,
And
so you're
I'm
always
not-
eating.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Could
No,
be the
but
reason.
honestly, if you do some research, and there is some science that backs
Okay.
this.
Okay.
So we're not just talking airy fairy here.
Yes.
We're being very
It's
serious.
a big.
Do some like some people completely.
Now they will
shoot this
take me
down.
serious. After you've spoken about it, they'll take me
I'll do
serious.
my research on this one seriously, but I
By the-
still doubt it. I'm like, so an Aries should go out with an Aries, or how should it work?
Well,
I mean,
an
there's a
Aries,
system. You
There's
should
a
go.
system.
an Aries
down
will
with
go
someone.
out with another fire sign or an earth sign. They're very compatible.
What is
see
this?
Me, I'll tell you.
It's too
I'll tell you
complicated.
for sure.
What is this?
I've been in
Well-
a relationship, and the first time that Chile asked me, "What's your star sign?" I was like, "Hey, now this
I'm a
one is red
superstar."
flag now.
You told him you're a
I know
superstar.
what is my sign. And was it raining? This one is a red flag.
Hey, it's a big thing.
I was
So
scared.
twende break and then we
I
come
lied.
back
In fact, I lied. I don't
after
know.
tusikize sipangwingwi.
Yeah, Spangwingwi.
This
Are we allowed to say that?
yes, we can say. We can say. This is the Quorum Show, and if you're listening, we are with Pinky Ghelani. I'm Abel and Mr. Sam Muthondo, and I'm with my brothers.
Mr. Biko, Bixie, EL, just in case you didn't know.
And of course, Steady Trivard Peter, Guanest.
This is the Quorum Show. Believe this week, Meza amekuwa na big week pia juu. Nimeona they had yeye na ex-wife. Wamekuwa wakichomana kwa mtandao.
They need astrology.
They are not compatible at all.
Astrology. Because I saw that it was an IG post.
Yes.
I can't go and meet
And it's about the wish.
They delete my Instagram.
Hata mimi ningekuwa Meza.
How? What?
Well, ex-wife alienda hapo Instagram birthday yake. Akamwambia happy 36th birthday and I hope you upate vitu mbaya zilipishie the things you did to me.
Motesia.
And yes.
Let me tell there's another one. He's it was big, by the way.
Yes.
He's an aspiring MCA, member of county assembly.
Oh yeah.
Benson Thuranera.
Thuranera from where?
Thuranera was arrested apparently
For what?
for swindling M-Pesa shops across Nakuru and 3 other cities in this country.
Your leader.
No, he's not a leader yet. No, let's get it clear. He was an aspiring.
He thinks he has what it takes to be a leader.
Now the other candidates, let me tell you, that are doing the most. Like, I don't want to say him.
Yes.
But there was, like yesterday,
Yeah.
me, I'm going from home. I've bought supper. I've reached the gate.
Uh-huh.
I don't have my keys. You know, where we live, you have to have a gate key.
Okay.
Then you have to have a house key. Then you have to have a water key. A low key. Then you have to have like 6 keys.
Everything low key.
So me, I didn't have a gate key. I don't know where it went. I'm there stranded. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Igade.
Polycarp, a savior.
Gate key.
Akakuja bana. Bwana
Brother,
let me
Nairobi
tell you, mimi
tunavyoitaka.
Polycarp. Big Sue. Polycarp come through hii wiki for me. Hey, kwani leo kuna celebrations? I don't know what's happening.
There's an air show.
There's an air show.
Yeah, I was also supposed to tell you that. They're rehearsing.
To may invite you. Are we invited?
You can't go.
Mr. Quorum, we have to.
So
Uh-huh.
Polycarp igade.
Yes.
Mimi and Big Sue,
Uh-huh.
we have this like big package we want to deliver
Uh-huh.
to Rongai. And we're stranded in Nairobi to call like,
What?
tutabeba hii kitu, we get an Uber, but Polycarp was like, hold up,
You guys.
I got you.
I got you.
He's doing the most. But Polycarp is out here.
Yeah,
People, come on, if you don't know, if you're not in the know, Polycarp ameingia ground. He's doing everything.
Selling tomatoes,
Utampata kwa
banana.
kwa mama
Washing
pima,
utensils.
butchery, washing corridors, kwa mat, anaingiza watu mat.
Me, I'm
Yes,
just praying
it's for
that
real.
these people would be the
This
same.
guy is doing everything. He's making spare keys.
Yeah. No, see, I've just given my testimony.
It's Polycarp for you.
I was stranded. But I'm
Hiyo
telling
hashtag
you,
imekuwa ikitrend.
Me, I'm praying that these guys will continue with this trend even after
After election.
elections.
No way.
Because
No
you're
way.
joking. Your area MP can just come and decide to wash your kids' laundry and
You know, in Kenyan politics, the job is to get the job. Once you get the job, you've done it.
Politicians in Kenya
Yes.
will do the job before they get the job. And then when they
The
get
only
the job,
place-
they take a vacation.
Chew for 5 years.
For 5 years, and
5
then
years.
Using your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taxpayers' money.
It's very sad, by the way.
So,
but,
matters of politics, let's
man.
involve Pinky. There's this TED talk you did, and you talked about Uhuru Kenyatta's Big 4 agenda. And then you said we should have a Big 5, which is values. And so, in our society, I think we're losing that. And can you tell us what you wanted to get through to the president that time when you did that TED talk?
Sure. It was soon. I mean, I think it was soon after the elections that I did
yes.
that talk, and it's just unfortunate that I think we're one of the very few countries that place all our decisions on what's going to happen in elections.
In
like
election,
even
true.
right now, everybody's like,
Hanging
we'll
on
talk in
that.
September, or even we'll talk in January next year. You know,
That's when
it's,
the
you
work
know, everything
begins.
goes on standstill. So for me, it was the fact of the matter that our lives
Yes.
don't matter. And once we're able to instill values within everybody, you know, school-going children, adults, middle-aged, all of us, the old age, then we understand the value of ourselves. And we
Sure.
understand that these politicians are working for us.
We give them the job.
You know, so yes, so you know, don't make it such a big deal that we stop our lives for them. Yes, go and vote, participate, and you know, when it doesn't work out, that's when you can criticize.
Oh,
But
yeah?
please don't put your life out online for
them.
anybody.
Sure.
And that is my appeal this year, especially
As we
because
head to the election.
As we can see, you know, you will go get very passionate. You'll throw stones or burn tires or even take out a you know, your panga and slit someone's throat. You will alter other people's lives, but then 6 months down the line, somebody will shake hands and it won't
Matter to you at all.
Yeah, so that is
Wow.
why I'm saying it needs to be instilled. It needs to be taught in schools. Values, respect of oneself, so that when we go out and lead our lives, it's not only about elections, it's about everything else. You know, it's about helping your neighbor, no matter what tribe they are, no matter
Sure.
what color they are. It's about participating in, and you know, going back to upbringing when we're talking about children, participating in their lives and teaching them values of what we believe in within our family, and that is, you know, to love and respect your neighbor, no matter
Wow.
who he or she is.
Wow.
I think citizens in Kenya need to understand that just because, you know, we have leaders or presidents and all that, they are not, you know, the guarantee that you're going to have a good life or that your life is going to be awesome.
Change.
And that you're going to receive the change that you're looking for.
Sure.
And we also need to get to a point where we stop looking at politics as a drama series.
Yeah.
You know, Kenyans follow politics like a movie or like a TV series.
That's true.
And it's just following. It's not taking any actions. If you see someone doing something wrong, you know, maybe they've embezzled millions, you talk about it.
Billions.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's a very small
They don't go
amount.
low.
Billions and trillions of money. And, you know, those are the people that we look at as heroes.
Wow.
When you discuss, you know, leaders that have really been caught, you know, in corruption issues, they've stolen money. And those are the same people that
We
still
hear
have,
about.
you know, that
And
are
then
now vying.
We also have to really think about who we celebrate.
Sure.
You know, who are our celebrities? Because
That's what
yeah.
we are portraying to
Yeah.
our kids in the generation that
But in
is to
Kenya-
come.
Yeah,
I
in
did
Kenya, politicians are huge
Our
celebrities.
celebrities.
There you go.
In fact,
Yes.
Juakali could walk on the streets.
No one.
would recognize
Yeah,
them.
which is
But a
unfortunate.
an MP walking
Our
out here,
athletes.
Oh, athletes.
no one would
Athletes
recognize
walk
that.
and nobody
need to
recognizes.
change
No
that.
hype
We need to
around
change
it.
our values.
That, yeah.
And
But-
the other thing that I just really, you know, quickly wanted to say that, and I've been saying it throughout, you know, when the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
In times of crisis, you will see leaders. And unfortunately, our leaders were very few and far between because this was a
Didn't
time for
see
them
them.
to step forward.
Yeah.
Not
True.
now, you know,
That
pre-election.
time.
And I personally, I'm a huge fan of CS Amina Mohammed. I think
Oh.
she's amazing. She is a true leader. She has really made a change, and I really hope she comes back. Although I know her term is coming to an end, but she's one of the very few people who, and I don't see again enough celebration around her.
How true. We celebrate the wrong ones. We have seen a photo of you with Martha Karua.
She actually celebrated when she got, you know, chosen to be
Yeah.
the running mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
how do you think that?
How are you involved, actually?
How am I involved?
Yeah. Were you part
Now
of
I'll be
the?
giving
What's your
secret.
relation?
You say the truth.
Tell
Say
you,
the
I'll have to kill you. So I interviewed Martha Karua 2 years ago.
Wow.
For What Women Want. And that's actually a pretty phenomenal interview where she does talk about, I did say the same thing to her. I said in crisis, the true leader, you know,
We
sort
see
of
them.
comes forward. and who does she think? So, she's talked about women leadership, which is why my celebration was that. It's because women leadership, we are so much closer to having a woman president because of, where she is today.
Sure.
So that is our celebration. I think all Kenyan women celebrate that. So
Are they? I don't think they are.
They
really,
are
I
actually.
think
They are
I think
very
it's
confused.
a milestone. Are they confused?
They are. I
you
think they are very
confused?
confused.
No.
True. They didn't. There's also these other presidential candidates, Anita Wadzakoya.
Yeah.
Also, akona a female
Yes.
running mate.
Yeah.
And that was announced, and there was not so much buzz about it.
I posted something on Instagram. It was a tweet. It's not about the fact that she's a woman. It's about merit. It's about everything Martha Karua has done from day one. It's about her experience. It's about her passion. It's about how she speaks and how she talks and the action she has taken even without this position.
Yes.
So that is what we're celebrating, and the fact that she's one step closer. And I really hope, because we do celebrate. Like, initially I was Jubilee, and then I was Tano Tena, because I wanted this change. I wanted,
True. A fresh breath.
I wanted them to win, and I really thought it would make a difference. And I told myself I'm not going to vote because I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed at the fact that we're being made a mockery of, even when
True.
it comes to, withholding fuel. I mean, I am a conspiracy theorist, so I will tell you all sorts of things. This is my theory, this is my theory, this is my theory. But I just feel it very unfair that Kenyans are struggling. I feel that. But then, there is there's a flip side. If you speak to the people in government, they'll say, we've done this for you.
Yes, we've done this for you. They have a list.
We've done this for you. We've done that for you.
We have given you the expressway. It has flowers. It has all these things.
There's
No, you
always
see,
a flip side.
The problem already is there. We've done this for you, which means they're not on your
They're
side.
entitled
They're on
to
a different.
these.
They're on a
But
different.
then you see, like you
side of the
said,
fence.
it's the initial hunger for that position that I will do
That
this for you. I will
drives
do
them.
that. I mean, do you remember the red ties and those
Holding
things at
hands.
Brook House, and
Holding hands and
all those
press
debates, and it was
conferences
so
together.
passionate. I mean, that when they won,
Where
they
did
cried.
the love go?
Yeah.
It was amazing, and I thought, wow, this is it. So I really hope, and I think because I've spoken and sat with Martha Karua, I've heard who she is as a person, and I've known her for a while. Even
Yes.
when I was in radio, she was a lawyer, etc., and just seen her growth as a politician. I really hope that she doesn't get lost, and I personally don't think she's she's Kichwagumu, right?
When
She's
you're
been
looting for-
told that that's who she is, the Iron Lady. So
True.
I really hope she stands her ground. And yes, maybe she's, going to use this opportunity to become the next VP, and then hopefully
And
Kenya will see a female
First
president.
female.
Wow, that would be
amazing.
big.
Yeah, that would be.
Very
But
amazing.
nice. Kamala
across
Harris.
Tanzania,
Yeah.
across Tanzania, we have a female president. That's progress, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
absolutely.
It actually is.
But I'm saying it would be actual. We celebrate that, yes.
Yeah.
But it would be better if she was elected.
Wow.
As
would have
opposed to
as
being
opposed
told,
to,
"Here, come with me." Really?
Maybe.
But I feel
I'm
like
not talking about Martha. Even but
The
it would have been
Mashurima.
more of a statement. If guys had actually, and that's actually a huge step for Africa and politics in Africa,
you
because
see,
we are
the
yet
thing
to
is,
accept that as
yes.
voters.
And when we're talking about there's a level of education that we've been privileged to have within this room, but when you talk about the masses
true.
and you say, here is a woman leader, they'd be like, no, we don't want a woman to lead us. We want
True.
a man. And
To
that's
lead us.
that whole archaic thinking,
Oh, true.
which needs to change, and it comes with the values that I spoke about. So all that change of acceptance. So when you're endorsed by a man, maybe within this space, within our country, within
Wow.
our borders,
That's a statement.
it's more. Yeah, it's more. And this is why we celebrate it, because it means that maybe we are ready for it.
Wow.
I think we are, personally. If you
Yeah,
look at the
Wow.
statistics.
Yeah,
We,
just need
we
to
can
keep,
wait and see that.
preaching,
See about that.
talking, making sure that it happens. Definitely, if you keep pushing an idea and you keep preaching an idea to people out there, definitely
It will get to them. You know,
get to them. And
I'm
if
one
you explain
person
why.
who believes that women are the better gender. I'm sorry to you, man, in the room.
Motesia, can you tweet?
He said it.
I do believe
Now
that
you'll say it to him in his
They-
astrology.
it's just the way women are wired. They've been wired to nurture and to protect things, and that's what we need in our leadership and in our economy, because we have let men to mislead us into this masculine, competitive, always doing this, showing off. But women are more nurturing, and what they bring to the economy and to leadership, it's a bit of we are all in it.
But you see, at the end of the day, also, I will throw this at the citizens of Kenya. I will definitely do this because it's so easy for us to criticize our governments. And we will continue to do, I think, for the time,
For the foreseeable
the end
future.
of time. What are we doing? We should hold them accountable. We should continue to question. I'm not saying that we should revolt, but
Question.
we should question. And we should not be allowed ourselves to be played as pawns in their game.
Sure.
So yes, when somebody gets elected to government, it's not one person who can make a difference. It's the entire
It's a
unit,
collection,
if they're all on the same page. But us, as Kenyans, there is a way that we can stand united, so stop playing into this my tribe, your tribe, my tribe. your
That's
tribe.
right. My tribe
It's
is
the same.
winning.
It's the same conversation we're having when it comes to playing Kenyan music in Kenya, where we're saying, people will blame the media and say that it's the radio stations, it's the
They're not
TV
playing.
stations that are not playing the Kenyan music. But it really boils down to the fans, because if a fan calls in and I want Nadia Mukami. If you call in, I want Dr. Pizzo, and if you keep requesting for this Kenyan music, then we don't have an option. We are going to give you because the fans are your employers. Yeah. So it's the same case when it comes to politics. It is the citizens who are choosing the leaders. So it is upon you to do your due diligence. Don't just give into don't give into the hype.
Yep.
Into these fake narratives. Just because someone came in with an entourage into your estate, gave everyone 200 shillings and 2 kg unga,
and you're sorted for life.
And you're worth
and
more
you
than
feel
You have my vote.
Yeah, you feel you're now ready to move in with them. It's
Well,
going to get tricky.
It's gonna
down
get
the
tricky.
line. Eh?
Can we get to lighter topics now?
Yes.
Can we? Please.
I have one more question, just one more.
A heavy
one more
one.
serious one, then you.
We go to
Quick
lighter
fire.
things, please.
So, you are part of radio and the creative industry in Kenya for a very long time.
Yes.
And still is, in fact.
Tunampatia
And there's
kazi.
been this very imagine, there's been this very huge debate about the creative industry and the ROI. The
Return on investment.
So guys are complaining there is no money. Artists are crying out. Others are saying they have been played on radio forever and TV. They have never gotten their due investment, return on investment back.
Yeah.
So according to you, is that true? What was going on? Were people being paid royalties? What was happening? And if there's a problem, what's the solution?
Well, that's an interesting question, because I think from the time that I was on radio, I know we used to work with the Music Society of Kenya, and I know there was royalties paid, and I know that there has been issues, copyright issues. I know even Sauti Sol did something recently with the government, etc.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel, again, if there is unison, if there's a united front with some sort of legal documents that support what the agenda is, then you can't go wrong. But you have to be united. And I'll just take this back to when I used to model, or even now as influencer, right? Where you're like, this is how much I will quote. And then they go to someone else and they're like, oh, she's charging 50K, let me do 20K. So, let's also be united and just say, look, this is how much we charge. Yeah, this is how much we are as whoever you are.
That would
whether
be
you're
interesting.
upcoming or an established.
So you eliminate the free market. How can you? Because now
But
the
you
value
see,
is different.
as a united front,
Yes, we can.
you're stronger.
True.
This is a hypothetical. We have all the artists united, for example.
Yeah.
But we have ex-artists, for example, and we have Sauti Sol. They can't all quote the same figure.
They
'cause
can't
the
all
value is
quote
different.
because, of course, it's the same. But then you see, once you are within, you're like, okay, this is who you are as an
Group
upcoming.
A.
This
group
is yes,
A, we can
that's
group
it. And
that.
then
Accept
it
your
also
So-
inspires
Yes.
group D to work towards group
Group A.
Okay.
So
We can
Pinky,
have a
are you
value
telling
chain.
us to form a musical circle? Like we have circles for
Give power to ourselves.
Because
True.
I mean, look at the Matatus.
It's
Look
long
at their
due.
power.
True.
Look at their force.
I've
Wow.
actually never
Did you
thought
get
of-
to
of
work
it
the
that
other
I've
way.
day?
never thought
with all
about
the madness here.
Wow.
It's actually very, very quiet nowadays.
Yeah.
It
No,
was-
but
it used
when
to be
was it?
very
Last
chaotic.
week, Wednesday, when
Yes.
they went on strike.
They can stop
They're
the
a
whole
force.
economy. They are a force.
Look at what happened with the borders when it happened. Everybody made a statement on whatever they did, but because they are united in some way.
They have
They
have a
survived
voice.
and they have. Wow.
Where tufungue
Let's-
ni sako.
Acha to. we know. we need.
People to contribute 500 every week. People
Already,
will disappear.
For you to register to MCSK, you have to pay.
Yeah.
A lot of
for
money.
you to register to any
But you see, anybody
distribution.
who's going to follow up for you on your behalf.
But that's a government body. We need our own. That's what she's saying, I think.
yeah.
Circles.
Wow. So, yeah, we're back with Pinky Ghelani.
Yes, sir.
This is the Quorum Show. A1 Mr. Sam with Thunder is my name. And of course, I'm with my brother.
Yes, sir. They call me Biko the Big CEO, just in case you didn't know.
My good name is Teddy Trivard Peter. Go honest, by the way. We out here 0110254254
Is the
our
number to call in. Naona tu makolas wana call, but we
Tell
are
them.
live now. Tuta nini? Big up later. Tunataka breathe wherever you are. Sijui tuwafunze box breathing.
Box breathing.
Ha, this is box breathing.
I really like you. You know box breathing?
Yes, I do. Alright, tunataka kuingia kwa story ingine, another level of this show.
Tell them.
So tuta breathe in, you count like 4 times, you hold the breath 4, and then we release na 4. So tuta count breathing in,
Motesia, breathe in.
hold 4, breathe out.
Breathe out.
Let's do that again.
Hold, Motesia. Hold.
Out. A little.
Out.
So
Don't confuse Mutesia.
Pinky.
Adam box.
Pinky will tell us about the work anafanya na UNHCR and refugees, and to share with us a personal story, I think,
Wow.
with refugees, and we want to hear this because you're really passionate about this, and we see everywhere we hear about this. So tell us.
So my work with refugees started in 2017 with UNHCR as a high-level supporter. And like I was telling you, it's something that I consider as part of my CSR, so giving back.
To the
Very
community.
passionate about women refugees, children refugees. And, because of what's happened in our country in the past, Kenyans could easily become refugees.
Sure.
And when you're running to the border of your country to get away from what's happening within your space,
Wow.
you're not thinking, let me get my passport, let me get my mobile phone charger, let me get my mom in a wheelchair. You're
Running for
taking
life.
what you can and you're running. And what happens from the moment you start running till when you get to safety, it's beyond your control, right? So there's one story, and I think even Steve Biko wrote about it, and it's very, like, I'll sum it up. But this woman watched her husband get shot. She and her children were taken by militia into their camp, and every day she was made to cook. She didn't realize that she was actually cooking human bodies,
What?
human flesh. And then one day they didn't get food, so they started boiling a pot, and they put her baby in it. I did tell you that you would get a bit traumatized. And then, as the kids were screaming, she was screaming, they laughed. They said, just get your baby. And she said she picked the baby up and his skin came off. I know. Sorry, ladies.
Wow.
I did say it was
Wow.
And that's why you need the box breathing. You know, box breathing actually
Helps you.
A lot of the people, especially in military, before they go into any traumatic situation, they do box breathing. So it's really important. That
Yes,
you know
yes,
that.
yes.
So, you know, that's why I was telling you human beings are very interesting. This is what we do to ourselves. And that is going back
Wow.
to we need values. We need to understand who we are. We are divine beings. We come from something greater than us. How we treat one another is so important. And when, you know, a refugee crosses a border, they don't want to be treated different.
True.
I know it's complicated with government issues and everything, but they, even interacting with them, they don't want to be called refugees because they feel that's derogatory.
True.
So we just need to be able to say, look, it's happening within our continent, it's happening within our borders. We don't need outside help. We can help one another.
Wow.
And that's my role with UNH.
We were
Sorry.
warned. We were warned. But we
sorry,
didn't
but I did
listen.
warn you.
You know, yes,
Sorry,
that's
Casey.
really sad.
I know when I heard that story, I had to stop and take a moment.
Like, it's amazing what humans are capable of doing. Now, it's really crazy that we have lost our connection, our brotherhood. Like, if we can look at the spiritual teachers and gurus in our society, probably in Christianity, you have Jesus, who said the golden rule is to love your brother, and we have in your culture, we have the Buddha teaching that we are all connected, and you are me, we are. We
Absolutely.
are there's not like an I that exists. We are all, and we have a part we're playing in all of this. That's what I feel. But
But
this,
why have we forgotten?
where have we?
Because we're so self-obsessed.
True.
We don't connect with anything
Higher
than
than
us
ourselves.
enough.
We
You know,
want
going to church
achievements.
once a week is not enough.
It's
It has
not
to be
enough.
daily or hourly to connect.
Wow.
Is that what yoga has done for you?
So yoga brings me back to breath. And breath is, I'll tell you a really interesting story about what breath is. Someone said, someone asked, I hope I get it right. What is breath? What is the sound of breath? The sound of breath, breathing in, is ya. The sound of exhaling is we. Ya.
Yeah. Wow.
And do you know what Yahweh is?
It's the source. It's the divine.
Divine.
Yes.
So yoga brings me back to breath, and breath is the divine, and without breath there is nothing.
True.
So yes, it is a moving meditation.
What has meditation done for you? Because Mimi, I remember a time nikiwa campus where life was crazy. I had no grip on my emotions. So what happened is I was in a relationship, and then I broke off the
Wrong star
relationship.
sign.
Yes. And then I was like, what am I? I fell into this identity crisis because all my life I was seeing me and that person, and I was working towards something with that person. And I was like, what am I now? Who, my identity was crushed. I was like, I don't know who I am, or what am I even doing here? That existential crisis. So I discovered meditation. I think by a lucky twist of event, I discovered meditation in it. And then I started like practicing sitting 1 minute or 2 minutes a day, and with your breath, following your breath in,
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
It
in.
works. It works. I also meditate. Zero is my sensei.
This is not
yeah.
the Rastafarian meditation. But what it did to me, I think it helped me organize my thoughts. Has it done for it helped me organize my thoughts, my emotions, and then I realized that these thoughts, they're not even my thoughts. They're just things that pop in my head, and then I just like follow them crazily. So I think, did meditation do that, or did yoga do that for you?
So I'm on a constant journey of learning.
Yeah.
When it comes to my spirituality, which is yoga, meditation, prayer, breath work. I think as human beings, we overthink. We're constantly
Very.
like, I need to find my purpose. I need to find my soulmate. I need to find
Be
my
at
perfect
this
job by the
time.
age of 25. I need to do
Yes.
this. And really, there is no pressure. honestly, hello, I'm here to tell you that. It's just, you just need to be happy. I think that is
In the
the
moment.
crux of life, is
Living in the
happiness.
moment.
Yes, and how do you find happiness? Live in the moment. Don't live in the future. Don't live in the past.
Wow.
It's here now, or nowhere, now here.
Preach.
Living in the watu mnasikia living in the moment.
I'm so inspired.
You need to live in the exercises that could get yourself to live in the moment. Like most of the times you walk in a room, these for the spiritual people out there.
Yeah.
When you walk in a room, if you want to live in the moment, just take a deep breath, observe all the colors, everything that's happening here. Just listen to every sound that's there, and then just come back to this, sink into the moment. And I find, nikifanya hivyo, my engagements are usually meaningful, and I'm there. When I'm speaking to people, I'm there.
There's nowhere else you need to be but right
Sure.
here now.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. That's deep by the way.
Yeah.
Mutesia,
Twende lighter
live in the
things.
moment. Lighter things.
Can we go to lighter things?
Yes, we may.
He's going to take me back to my radio days. So, forget all this. Radio.
Not on radio.
No, can we, so you've been called by this guy, and amekwambia kuja carnival, and we want you to tell us what do you describe as the perfect first date?
Perfect first date. Oh my God.
You're going to describe it.
Was it perfect?
Was
My
it?
first date with Raj. Raj stood me up. He came 5 hours.
The date
Five,
carnival. That carnival
5
date.
hours late to pick me up. And
Raj.
I was like, and this
You
is
did
the
that.
days of landlines. But no. He had a family crisis, which is what transpired like much later. But that day, I was like, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that I'm sitting here dressed in my short dress, waiting, and it's 5 hours later. And like I said, it was the days of landline, so I'm calling it landline. Nobody's answering, and I was like, wow.
5 hours.
Well, I called for 2, and I was like, okay, so then I put on. I'm like, I have a feeling he will still show up.
And
I
he
went
did.
and put a dressing gown on, and he did at midnight.
So what's your perfect first date? What did you tell Ariana? This guy should treat you
their
like this.
perfect first date will not be
Perfect.
to what I tell them.
Okay,
And I don't think there is anything as perfection.
you cannot.
Perfection is something that we will hanker after as human beings, but we will never
Never
really
achieve.
attain. Yeah.
Mm.
So it is no expectations. Just going with the flow and being open-minded to just an experience.
I
Making
wish you
memories.
were advising my mom when I gave her my KCP results.
I wish she was my mom.
Tell her that
If you
monologue.
put Raj on this microphone, he'll be like, Pinky is not like this. But I'd like to think that I have changed over time, and this is why I say there's no such thing as a perfect first date. When I was younger, I'd be like, okay, so he'll bring me flowers and he'll blah, blah, blah. No.
Wow.
So
Girls, you need to listen to this. These girls have been following Diana and only wanting gifts.
We have to enjoy the moment.
Just enjoy the moment. Don't expect. Also, ladies, there is nothing wrong in earning your own money. Don't wait for somebody to come and take care of your
Amen.
problems.
Send them pesa, bana. Tell them again. Tell them again.
No, because we also have to get out of this. We have to get out of the mentality of sponsors.
Oh yeah,
You
which
know?
is very prevalent in.
Yeah.
Is it a cultural conditioning? I think it is.
I mean,
We cannot blame the ladies.
We did a seminar earlier this year. Eliud Kipchoge is one of the speakers.
Wow.
And he said, society is broken. Your daughter will bring home a brand new VX, and you're not going to ask her, where did you
Where?
get it from?
True. You're gonna
And it's true,
celebrate.
We're going to celebrate it. But we, as family, should be, and again, going back to values. Who are we? How do we just accept an expensive gift without questioning where has it come from? What are you, my daughter, doing in order for you to get that? Are you a CEO of a company? Okay, so you're dating a rich man. Who is this man? And what is he expecting from you? And is it really worth it?
So it's the ladies have no problem. It's the society that's broken.
Yep.
Ladies, remember,
We
it's not
worship
a
money.
problem with you.
We worship money.
Yes, we do. We have created that culture, and it's because, like, you know, going back to the topic, we were celebrating our small wins. You know, like, you have had a long career where you've met many people, but you know, to me, the highlights, the things that people see, are not the highlights of my life. I would say there was this day that ilianza na ikaisha, and nikilala hiyo day was like, wow, I've made it through today. This is the greatest thing nimefanya so far. Other than the flashy things, the trophies that we get, the recognition, the charts, how many numbers you're doing. We've seen you on TikTok, like, making fun of how people with shaking their asses and getting millions of views, and and me here with my spirituality content, and
Everybody's
it's only my mother telling me to get a real job there in the comment section. So, like, what I would want to know, what are those small victories that you celebrate yourself?
I always say when I lay down at night, if I can sleep, or if I feel like I have lived my day with integrity, then I've lived a good day. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, I cannot control how, if I'm saying something to you and you take offense, I can't
cannot.
control that,
True.
right? So, but if I have done it with integrity, if I've intentionally hurt you, then I've done it without integrity. I've lived without integrity. So as long as you feel that you can lay your head down on your pillow and you have done no wrong, no harm. But you see, again, we're all different personalities. Like, I could be a narcissist and think, I have done no wrong, no harm, but all I've done is cause chaos throughout my day.
True.
So it's just debatable. Everybody is very different. No one, equation fits all. So just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. On a lighter note, we're
Yes.
still on light notes, yeah?
Yes,
So,
we're on light notes,
another
darling.
lighter note. There's a comment here. Kimani from Kawangware, I've just read it. He's asking, what is your typical meal? What do you cook at home? And do you cook? They want to know what meals you're into.
Raj
if
cooks.
you cook, if it's Raj, who does the utensils.
Yeah.
Yes, the typical household.
Do-
Do you cook?
do-
You order.
Okay.
Kuni. This Kuni. You cook with Kuni. Wow.
that app that you can order one night.
Oh, that one.
No, Pinky cooks.
So I'm not a fan of cooking, but I can cook. So there's a huge difference. You know, people are like, yeah, I love to cook. I'm not a fan of the...
Chopping and washing and cutting your fingers.
And then, you present it and then your child will be like, but I don't want to eat this. But I didn't feel like eating this. So that is why I'm not... or within 5 minutes, like, nom, 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 it's done. And then, I think you missed a bit of salt. So this is why I'm not a fan of cooking. I can cook, yes. I like to cook. I'm very healthy in terms of cooking.
Yeah. Vegetarian? Vegan?
No, not vegan at all.
You enjoy your meats?
I don't eat red meat as such. I'm not a big fan, but my family do. I like chicken and fish. Yeah.
Hey, but
This is a nyam chom.
Nyam chom itakuwa mingi Madaraka Day. We have nyam chom iko ready then.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll have a lot of fun. And
Ask me if I can make ugali.
can you make ugali? Can you make ugali? Well, street cred ime-increase bana. You should be joining our Cardinali sasa, you've qualified.
Okay, so let me take you back on narcissistic men.
Narcissistic men?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just came from such a relationship.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I know it's hard. I actually, oh my God, I just want to cry.
Don't you?
But what would you advise someone who's like undergoing such? Because it's not easy to just wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this no more.
Narcissist,
Yes.
we talk about a pandemic as corona, but narcissism is a
It's
pandemic.
the pandemic.
And we don't know, like, I am unsure of where narcissism is coming from. Are we raising entitled children?
We are.
we praising people too much? I don't know what it is.
We are.
But it is a serious issue. I had a friend
Yeah.
who's an extreme narcissist, and she broke me. We were friends for 5 years, and every day I didn't realize that she was using her friendship to break me. So I don't know how long you were in a relationship for.
It wasn't that long. Maybe 6
6
months, 5
months.
months.
But that's
yeah.
still long enough to do
Sure.
some damage.
Yeah.
The thing is, what you have to do is, whenever you think about it, just be grateful that you've been removed from it, because there's a higher power that's looking after you. And then study what a narcissist is, because
Sure.
online you can find all sorts of
You can
information.
recommend books.
So you understand what you're dealing with. But also, just understand that the best way to win with a narcissist is not to play. Don't play. Don't engage. Cut off.
the energy.
That's the best way.
How do you know a narcissist? Tell them.
There's a lot of ways where you can see, like, a narcissist will always make it about them. They'll always play victim. They'll gaslight. They do all sorts of things where they, when I say they try to break you, they take your personality and then cut you.
They
to
try
shreds.
to
True.
discredit
true.
every little
Everything.
bit.
So I used to do a blog at that time when we were friends, and she'd be like, "Why are you writing all of this? People are making fun of you." And because I believed that this is my friend, I was like, "Oh my God, let me stop." So I stopped doing my blog.
Wow.
Yeah, because she
It's
got
the power
into
of
my
a
head.
narcissist.
Yeah.
It's some power they have.
Yeah. So they'll always sort of reverse things, like, and then if I was to confront her, say in front of people, and say, "But you
Yes.
said this," I never said that. Me.
True.
Oh my God, no, I never said that. Never.
Wow.
No, you took it the wrong way or something, and they play those games, and it's crazy.
We have had an awesome conversation. I don't know if few people have enjoyed as much as I have.
I've enjoyed it.
I've learned.
It's been awesome.
It's been an amazing 2
Time
hours.
is
That
just-
with Azua.
Can I make a request?
Yes,
before
you
we
can.
go?
I also want to make a request to you, but make
Okay.
yours first.
My song, the song that I'd love to listen to is
Oh, yes?
Furaha.
Furaha Iani.
Yes.
Oh, we definitely.
Definitely. We are going to
Playing
dance to
that.
that one.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
We are going to dance to that
Yes,
one.
we are going to do that.
Yeah.
Kwa majina ni yani
Alexis on the beat.
furaha ni kuwa na marafiki, furaha ni kulewa na marafiki, furaha ni kuwa na marafiki, furaha ni kulewa na marafiki. Kwa sherehe tumefika, kwa sherehe tumefika, familia yako ndani ndani, wote tunajibamba, marafiki majirani ndani, wote tunajibamba. I am happy today, so happy. I am happy today, so happy. Juu sisi ni walevi, sisi ni walevi, tunapenda kamnyweso, tunapenda kamnyweso. Sisi ni walevi, sisi ni walevi, tunapenda kamnyweso, tunapenda kamnyweso. Furaha ni kuwa na marafiki, furaha ni kulewa na marafiki, furaha ni kuwa na marafiki, furaha ni kulewa na marafiki. Pem pereren, yani. Pem 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 pereren, yani. Pem pereren, yani. Pem 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 pereren, yani. Comrades power, power. Comrades power, power. Niruhusu leo niwaite makondo. Sikiza. Sheep Yani kondo is for friend, for better for us, yani through hard. Na kuanzia leo, that's our relation.